But 3 words makes it easy to find exact locations. Every 10-foot square has been given an...
Hi, everybody. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Is there any echo? Hello, everybody. All good? Okay, great. Excellent. So I'm going to try and capture these somewhat tiny solar flares. Not that big, but it might be interesting. I'm having a little mouse difficulty because I have so many USB devices going at once. My computer can't seem to keep up. I'm trying to get my mouse over to that down button so I can fix where the sun is. But my mouse won't even work because of all the devices I've got going. Hello. Oh, I finally got the mouse back. Let's fix the sun. So that's what I'm going to try and image today. Hi, everybody. There's a little bit of flares going on and some filaments going on there. And let me show you. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Let me show you what's going on above the rim. If I overexpose the sun, check that out. Lots of activity going on above there. And let me fix that text. Hang on here in OBS. No. Let's see if that's better. So people know what equipment I'm using. Oh, let me move it over a little bit more. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're looking at a live stream of the sun right now. I should actually add to my description here. Hang on one second. Live view of the sun. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Denver. Let me, the sun, my mouse keeps tracking upward, obviously, so I'm going to start recording, and I'll start recording maybe 15-second clips, 999, with 20 seconds in between. All right, let's do this. My frame rate kind of sucks because I'm still dealing with a bad repeater line. I got to upgrade my line. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Imaging the sun right now, and I'm going to try and stay on target with this area here, and maybe something will happen. Maybe something will explode. Who knows? The focus keeps coming in and out, so I don't think seeing conditions are that great today. I don't want to mess with the focus because it seems to keep coming back. Real estate coach, thank you very much. Already a $4.99 donation. You've got me up. My chat revenue is now $4.99. I appreciate that. Real estate coach, thank you very much. Is the sun looking focused to you guys? Hello, Pakistan. I think it looks, I don't know if I should mess with the focus a little more or just keep it as it is right now. Looks good? Okay. Definitely some flares going on. See those white areas? Those are definitely flares with some filaments on top there. The dark areas would be the filaments. Definitely seeing conditions are bad. I can see focus coming in and out. When the seeing conditions change a little bit, I'm going to lower the sun because it keeps tracking upward. Let me lower that a little bit. Okay. You think it's frozen? I don't think so. I'm watching what you guys do. I have my iPad set up right in front of me so I can see what you guys are seeing. And it's not frozen over here, so it must be something on your side if you say it's frozen. It's raining? Definitely looking like we've got some cool flares going on with those white areas. Flares don't last very long. They come and go relatively quick. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. And I am recording this area of the sun, hoping something interesting is going to happen. Maybe we'll see an explosion. Wouldn't that be something? That focus definitely is coming in and out. Seeing conditions might not be so great right now. What can you do? I don't want to touch focus because I can see focus snapping back. So if it's not really me that's out of focus, it's seeing conditions. And let me show you. I'll show you what my setup looks like outside. If I can get control of my mouse back. Oop. That is what we're looking at. So I'm far away from this power line right here. So I don't have to worry about that for a while. So right now I have a clear view of the sun. Oh, see how it's tracking upward? I got to bring it back down every once in a while. I'm not polar aligned. I just take a best guess when I roll my setup outside. You know what? I should probably capture flats right now. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to stop this action. And I didn't capture flats yet. So let's move over a little bit. Dang it. I'm a little bit overexposed. I should have been... You know what? I had it good at 428. I should have stayed right there. That's where I needed to be. Now let me defocus. You know what? I'm gonna delete all the data I captured up to this point. I don't think it's... I want to capture my flats and my data at the same exposure. Now I'm going to defocus to capture my flats. And when you defocus the sun, that's when you see all the blemishes in the imaging train. See that? You can start to see the specks. I'll defocus one more time. Now I'm going to capture... Sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments. I want to make sure I'm all set up for flats here. Now I'm going to capture 500 frames for my flats, and then I'm going to go back to imaging the sun. Oops, oops, oops. I can see in the corner I'm not moved over enough. Okay, right there. Let's capture 500. And when that's done, I'll put the scope back in focus, and then I can start imaging that spot I want to capture. Hello, everybody, if you're just joining us. Oh, those UFO sightings. Everyone seems to be convinced that it wasn't two targets, it was one light, and that it was rotating. Okay, now let's get back in focus. I'm done capturing my flats. I can't live without an electronic focuser. That's just impossible. One more time. We should be getting back in focus now. And let's scoot the sun. Let's see. Focus. I might not have come all the way back to focus. Let me work on that focus a little bit. Let's see. I'll defocus a little bit. Come back and focus. No, not there. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments at the moment. I'm trying to get the best focus I can going in and out with the focus. Does that look okay? No, let me defocus one more time and get it back in. No. I hate messing with this focus. Does that look okay? It's not perfect yet. Nope. Sorry. I'm trying to get it as good as I can. How does that look? What do you guys think? Looks good? Okay. All right. I hate to do this. I'm going to mess with the focus one more time because I think I can still get it better. Nope. I shouldn't have messed with it. Happens every time. Where am I going? Come on back. I know, it must be driving you guys crazy. You had it, Chuck. Why did you mess with it? Ugh. It's messing me up. Come on, let's do this. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it right here. Maybe. I think that's good. Let's start recording. Does the focus look good to you guys? Or should I keep tweaking it? I sure had a lot of traffic on that UFO video yesterday, though. That's one way to get people's attention. Don't touch it. I don't think I'm going to touch it. Hi, everybody. A lot of people are still joining. Looks good for focus. All right, let me lower the... let's lower it. The flare keeps drifting upward because of my tracking. Sun is definitely wobbly today. As the sun is going lower in the sky because winter is coming, it's going to be harder and harder to get good seeing conditions because I'm cutting through even more atmosphere. Yeah, UFO is curious. Perfect for you? Okay. You guys are going to kill me. I think I can still do better with the focus. But let me adjust the histogram. If I adjust the histogram, sometimes I can see the sun better. And that helps for focus. Yeah, I definitely think I can get this focus better. Bear with me. We're going to do this again. Let's cancel that. Just one more time. I know my focus is not as good as it could be. Ooh, I think I like it right there. I think I like it right there. I think that's good right there. Now I'm going to start the sun way down here because I know it's the flare down there because I know it's drifting upwards anyway. Do I use a hydrogen alpha? I'm using a DayStar Quark. I put it in my description up there. That's my main solar filter, the DayStar Quark Chromosphere. So I'm hoping this part, if I keep capturing it, will create something will actually be happening over the course of maybe an hour or 90 minutes in a time lapse. It's hard to see anything happening as we're watching it. It's like watching the hour hand on a clock sometimes. I'm using an IRF filter. You can see them. Did I list it here? I don't think I listed it in that. I am using a UV-IR as energy rejection in front of the Quark. Otherwise, my equipment will melt. If you have a scope that's over, an objective lens that's over 80 mm, you need an energy rejection filter or your equipment will start smoking. I think I'm definitely in focus now. The sun looks really good. And you can definitely see those white flares. Easy to see. Howdy, Tex. Is there special... No, in fact, I think I'm even tracking for deep sky. I didn't even set my settings to track on the sun. It's really useless because I'm not even polar aligned, so periodically I readjust the sun. Now, if you were using fire capture, you could actually track auto guide on the sun, but I'm not a big fan of fire capture. It confuses me. SharpCap is so simple to use, I just stick with it. Yeah, every once in a while I have to just adjust it. I just hit down button, that seems to be doing the trick. You can see my flares are tracking upward because of my mount, but that's okay. Focus seems like it's holding right here, so I'm gonna leave it. And I'll probably later today create a time lapse and see if anything happened. Can I capture a gain mite? I don't know what that is. No problem catching photons. Thanks for watching. Can you fire capture to auto guide? I can use fire capture. I'm just not a fan of it. It's hard on my eyes. So many little settings going on, and then when I have to go into the settings just to increase the font, just to be able to use it. That bugs me. The default settings are so tiny. Jeez, I have to adjust the settings right off the bat just to be able to see it. I'm just never a fan of it. Although some people love it. I'm a fire capture guy. Is it rotating away or towards us? The solar flare is moving from left to right. Although my camera might be upside down, so in this case it might actually be moving from right to left, just because the way my camera is rotating. Because if you look here, this is the best site to go to. I like it. Go to DayStar's website, and you can see the flare that I'm looking at is actually in the upper left, where, but the way my camera is rotated, it's upside down. So this flare looks like it's on the right side. So the flare is actually moving from this direction, from the left to the right. Since I'm upside down, the flare is going to the left. Maybe I should move my writing to the... Let's move this to the left. Get it out of the way there. See if that looks better. If people can still see it. Yeah, they can still see it. I don't know how to change the font in OBS to black. I wish I knew how to change. Does anyone know how to change color? It doesn't look like there's a color option. That's the font size. But it doesn't seem like there's a color in OBS. I'm sure there is. I just don't know where it is. No, this flare is not going to be harmful. Stuff like this happens all the time. Most people think it's a single object. The UFO I captured is a single object and it's just rotating. Some people suggested it's a plane, but it couldn't be a plane. A plane doesn't move that slow. Oh, you'll check for me. Cool, thanks. So focus looks pretty good. Tracking is not too bad. Like if you're just joining us, I'm staying on target for these flares, hoping that after 90 minutes or so, maybe I'll have enough information to, maybe something will have happened and I'll have a cool time lapse, but you never know. If you go to my YouTube channel and click on the video section, you'll see it. Yesterday's video was about a couple of UFOs I spotted. But I'm pretty sure they're not. I think they're pretty much probably 100% that they're satellites and that it's a single object that's rotating. That seems to be the common consensus in the comments. That is rotating, and that's why it appears as if there's two dots when it's really just one. See how my flare is drifting upward? I gotta make corrections to my mount every once in a while. I'm kind of backed away from my computer because one of my repeater lines that goes outside is very sensitive. It's on the verge of dying on me, so any little touch, I'll lose my connection with it. Right now, seeing conditions aren't great. I can see my focus drifting in and out, but I don't want to touch it because I think I'm almost as in focus as I can get. And when seeing conditions come back, the sun, now it looks like it's in focus again. You can see these little flares probably almost as large as the Earth. Each of these little white dots is a flare poking through the sun's surface. You got your QHY Polemaster yesterday. Oh, cool. I love the Polemaster. Load up the text in your source and grab the scroll bar to the right and scroll down. Was it that easy to do? Hang on. Someone's got the instructions for me. Oh, are you talking about... Oh, I didn't even know. Select color. Black. Black. Did that do anything? Or is it still white? I think it's still white. Hang on here. I want to make it black. Let's go back to there. Oh, wait. That was the background. The select color. Black. Let's see if that looks better. I hit the wrong one. Let's see. Oh, that actually doesn't look any better. It actually looks worse, doesn't it? But thank you for looking that up. Let me. Can I adjust the font to make it bold? Let's see. Select font. Bold. Oh, that's better. Let's see that. I like people to be able to see the equipment I'm using. I don't know why it's not showing all of this now. Bear with me here while I try and figure this out. It's not showing all of my text. I may just... Let's just chop off the rest. It doesn't matter. I'll worry about it. It's not that important. Let's scroll back down here as my sun's... Looks like it's drifting to the right, too. Let's fix this. Okay. Sorry if I'm missing some comments. I'm focused on what I'm doing here on the screen here. Oh, you're gonna get a DayStar Quark? Yeah, it works pretty good. Can't complain. Oh, you just subscribed. Thank you. What questions about space can you ask? You know, I'm not really an astrophysicist or an astronomer, so my knowledge about space is very limited. But you can ask them and maybe somebody in the comments can answer them. Right now, I'm just recording videos one after another. You can see what my settings are. I'm recording 15-second videos, 20 seconds apart, and I'm hoping that something will actually happen on the sun, and we'll be able to detect it over, say, a 90-minute time lapse. Let me reposition the sun here. Downward a little bit. That's before I start recording again. That's good enough. I put the solar flare down there because the mountain is drifting upward, so I'll capture it as it's drifting upward. Gives me more time between corrections. Please make an episode on Hand of God. Can you also capture Mars live? Mars is no longer in view. I think I'd have to wait till next year for Mars. Good suggestion, though. And this is what my setup looks like outside. There is my equipment. I've got a lot of time before I bump into that power line. Seeing conditions aren't great because I can see focus is having difficulty. My focus keeps coming in and out, and that's because of seeing conditions right now. The sun is going lower as the year goes on in the sky, which means I'm cutting through more and more atmosphere. So it's going to be harder to keep getting a good shot. No, I don't think my telescope lens, if you have a lens that's over 150 mm, then you'll need to protect it. But I'm down near 102 mm, and it's fine. This setup here is probably in the $3,000 to $4,000 range if you add up all my equipment. Oh, I went a little too low there, but that's okay. It'll creep back up. If you're just joining us, we're looking at some solar flares right now. And I'm going to try and create a time lapse. Hopefully I'll capture around maybe an hour to 90 minutes of data. And hopefully the time lapse will reveal something that we can't really tell by seeing it live. These are all the files I'm capturing. I'm going to offload them to my backup, my external drive. It looks like the flare that they're getting brighter sometimes, and then they're dying down and they're getting brighter. That's pretty cool. Hopefully that will look really cool in a time lapse. Millimeters, yeah. If you start over getting into this hobby, would you get different mounts? I don't know. Because I've been using the same mounts since the beginning, I don't really have experience with other mounts, so I don't know what's better out there. I'm not. I'd probably watch videos and see what's the best mount I can get for an affordable price. But I'm pretty happy with my Celestron CGX and my EQR6 Pro mount and my AVX mount that I use for solar. You know what? They get the job done. Yeah, I'm near 150K. That's crazy, isn't it? Who would have thought? I think I started the year at 20,000 or 27,000. And my channel is a lot different than what it used to be. Now I make short videos, which I have a lot of fun making, and I do live stream. Those are the two things I like doing the most. So I'm not making as many long videos anymore, but you know what? There's a gazillion people doing that anyway. I have much more fun with the live streams. It's fun to just be live and interact with people. My page was, yeah, definitely very different. And it's paid off because my subscribers have almost went 6 times this year since changing up my format. I'm reaching many more people now. It's fun to have a much larger audience. Whereas my old way of doing things, my YouTube channel was growing at a snail's pace. How do I turn this into a color image? Would you like to see a demonstration of that? I always do a quick demo in my live streams. Let's see if we can do this. First, I have to find where the heck is my. Let's go to the E drive, auto stacker. E drive. Where is my software? Auto stacker. First, let's run auto stacker to stack the software, and you saw me create flats earlier in this stream. So let's find my flats. We got to capture my flats first. Wait, let me go back here and make sure I can. Let me fix the tracking here real quick. Make sure I'm all set while I'm doing this. Okay, that's good enough. So auto stacker, and this is the flats file. So let's create my flats. You saw me create this earlier. And what I'm going to do here, I loaded up my flats in auto stacker and say create master. Okay, I'll call it flat master. Okay, so that's that. Okay, we just created the flats. Now let's open up one of my frames here. I'll just pick any video file here. Okay, that's what that looks like. And let's load in my flats my load flat master that I just created. There's my flat. Okay. Now let's see. Surface, improve tracking. Let's do the analyze. So while that's stacking, we'll come back to this. Auto stacker will flash when it's ready, when it's done. All right, there it is. It's flashing. My mouse is it takes me a while to move my mouse because I'm doing too many things on my USB. All right, now let's I'm going to hit place grid. If I can get my mouse down there. Got it. All right, and let's see how many frames. I don't have a lot of frames because my frame rate was very slow. Let's just keep 30%, and I'll leave options that. Let's see what their sharpened one looks like. Let's see, save. Okay, stack. Now we're gonna stack that. I'm not a great processor. I don't spend a lot of time, but I have done. I have captured some pretty good stuff of the sun, I think. Let me see. I got some still images here. This might be my best one. That's my best shot I think I captured of the sun all year after I added color to it. Got action going on above the rim, and I think it came out pretty good. Okay, auto stackered is done. Let's see. Let me go into PixInsight. Wait, let me check SharpCap first. I'm struggling with my mouse again. Hang on. Let's I'm going to move the sun down a tiny bit while I go into... Does it still look like I'm in focus? Should I tweak the focus a bit? Hang on here. I'm going to tweak the focus. I think it can be better. Bear with me here. You know how this goes. No. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad there. Okay, now let's go into PixInsight. And let's look for the data I just stacked. The sun. Okay, let's open up this one. Okay, now let's crop it. I said crop. All right, because sometimes we get rough edges. All right, there we can bring this in more. We don't need to. Okay, let's do that. Not very clear, is it? Let's restoration filter. Let's bring this down to about, say, 65. 65 is the setting I like. Let's see if we can sharpen that up a little bit. Does that look a little more sharp? Okay. I could probably tweak that a little bit more. Sometimes you can drop deconvolution on it and it will sharpen as well with the default settings. Let's see if that does anything. Where's deconvolution? Or does that take it too far? No, that's a little bit more. That's not bad. And now let's make this an image. Convert it to RGB. Okay. Let me double check to make, oops, see that's drifting higher. Oh, wait, let me fix this. Okay. A little bit more. Oops, too much. Okay, let's go back. All right. Now let's see. Let's create a range mask so we can preserve the edge of the sun. Okay, wait, how about that? Blur it a tiny bit. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments here, but I'm focused on showing you guys how I'm going to process this. Okay, now let's see if I can drop this on here. Oops. Drop the mask on here. All right, now watch this. Now let's see. Now I'm protecting the surface of the sun, right? Now let's see if we can enhance this area, the black area, to show the activity above the rim. So if I do this, you see that? We can sort of see what's going on here. We got a little bit of action going on above the rim there. Kinda. Well, you know, you got to take your time with this. I'm kind of rushing it just to show you guys some stuff here. Let me double check here to make sure. Okay, everything looks good there. Let's invert the mask. Now let's work on a lot of people like to invert because they think it looks cooler. The texture really pops when you invert the sun like that. But the only thing is when you invert it, it turns the flares black. But let's just go with this. It's kind of cool looking. But, you know, it's always your decision how you want this. Make it a little brighter. Let's add some red. Let's turn down the green. Let's turn down the blue. And we start to come up with our color sun. You see that? And we've got a colorful sun there. And some people leave this action above the rim white. I'm not a big fan of that. Let me do invert the mask. Well, you can play around with that, but I'll leave it white for now. So what do you think? That was about as quick of a process as I can do. What do you guys think of that process? That was quick, I know. Let's scoot this down again. It's getting too high. After, yeah, awesome. Let's go back to that. Now we can still keep playing with it. We can, if we do, what if we do like a, maybe local histogram? Sometimes you can really make it pop if you go a little bit more. And let's remove the mask. Remove mask. And what if we drop this? Will this make it pop a little more? I think that looks pretty dang cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh no! I kicked the cable. I knew I touched it. Oh no! 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 Hang on. It's gonna take me a while to get it back. I hate it when I do that. I knew you can't even touch this cable. It's way too sensitive. I just lost a video. Give me a second here while I close SharpCap. Yeah. I have to turn up my sound so I can hear a USB connecting, so you might hear some echo. Okay, I got it. Quick. Oh, no, rescan. I heard it. Come on. There it is. Okay. Now it was on 4.28, right? That was the setting I had before, right? And let me just play with the histogram real quick. I don't want to lose too much time in between imaging. I don't want gaps. Was that my setting, 4.28? Let me double check. 428, yep. Okay. Let's start this thing up again. Sorry for that delay. That's how sensitive my cable is. I kicked it when I was down here. Okay. All right, I am back in action. Sorry, I missed a lot of comments. But what do you guys think of the sun? I know you say it looks amazing, awesome. I think it looks pretty cool. And that was a quick process. I didn't even take my time on it. I think it came out pretty good. I'm going to make that my thumbnail for this video, for this live session when it's over. Imagine if I take my time on it and really, look at the details. How easy is setting up the image train with the DayStar? It's not hard at all. Finding where the focus is the hardest part, but once you have it, you just keep doing it every session after that. I have 2 extensions. I know you won't be able to see it in this where I've got it, but I have it's a pretty long imaging train. Let me see if I can show you a better picture of it here. If I got meeting, I have pictures of all my setups. No, 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 no. Oh, here it is. Here's my imaging train. I have an extension here, an extension there, so you can see it's pretty long. So if you start off long, you'll have a better chance. See that? There's my old rocking chair, long gone. Focus looks really good right now, by the way. And if you're just joining us, we're seeing some solar flares right here that I'm trying to create a time lapse for. Let me offload these to my external drive. And if you're just joining us, I showed how I just processed the sun and how I can get it in color. And it was literally a 2-minute process. And look how easy it was to get a color image. And of course, you can take your time and really make it sharp if you want. And yeah. I'm hoping the time lapse is really going to show some cool stuff once I get it going. Let's see how much data I've got so far anyway. Let's see. I started capturing at 109. No, I think that was my flats. Let's see. This is my first one at 114. So I've got at 2 o'clock I'll be up to 45 minutes of data. I keep calling this sunspot a solar flare. Where? Where are you talking about? Hang on. These white areas are solar flares. I'm not sure what you mean. How is that a sunspot? Sunspots are dark and solar flares are hot white. So where's the sunspot you're talking about? Maybe these right here are sunspots. These might be 2 sunspots right there, but I'm talking about the solar flares that are hot white. Those aren't suns. Yeah. Those aren't sunspots. And the long black areas are filaments, plasma that's probably rising above the surface of the sun. I'm backed away from my computer right now because I don't want to touch this sensitive USB cable or I'll lose my connection again like you saw earlier. Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Thanks, Jimmy. This setup is probably in the area of maybe $3,000. I mean, no, maybe between. Let me see. Hang on here. Let me get this. I gotta lower the sun again. The drifting higher again. You can see how wobbly the sun is, how shaky it is. That's definitely seeing condition issues. Okay, so the seeing conditions are coming and going. Like, this is my AVX mount is probably about $800. This scope is probably about $600. The DayStar Quark solar filter is probably $1,200. The camera is probably about $600 to ASI 174. So, I mean, it adds up. So if you can just add up what I just told you there. Thank you. It looks so technical. When you just set up slowly, piece by piece, and you get to know each piece, and it's almost very simple once you start doing it. Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, I've been imaging this for about 45 minutes, hoping something will actually happen. Oh, I don't know. I'd say this whole area is about the size of the Earth right here. It definitely looks different. If you back up in this video, I think it definitely looks different than when I started. If you back up in the live stream, so definitely something has changed. So that which is good, which will be good for my time lapse. How do I focus? I have an electronic focuser. This is my focus software that I use with the focuser. Oh, hang on here. Yeah. And I just go in and out to try and get focus. But right now, seeing conditions are really taking me in and out of focus right now. That's why I'm not messing with the focus. It's just the seeing conditions coming and going. Yeah, I can't live without an electronic focuser. I just have to have one. I am in Michigan. You can predict the northern lights. Well, yeah, northern lights can certainly be predicted by activity on the sun. Hello, everybody. If you're just joining us, we are looking at a live view of the sun, and we're looking at these solar flares, and I've been imaging them for about 45 minutes, hoping that a time lapse will really show us what's happening there. Because sometimes when you're looking at the sun like we are right now, a live view, trying to see activity and trying to see it changing, I tell people, is like watching the hour hand on a clock. That's why you want to create a time lapse and speed it up, and then you can really see what's going on. What's today? Is it Tuesday? I can't even keep track of days right now. Or is it Wednesday? Tuesday. Got it. Hello, Canada. Oh, Visible Dark is here. We got a celebrity in the house. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Visible Dark. We got Sean. He's another YouTuber. Good today. Hopefully you'll have some clear skies tonight, Sean. The weather's finally looking good. I've had my scopes out for deep sky for the past couple of nights and just been clouds. We have 121 people watching right now. Hello, everybody. That's the most we've had, I think, the whole session. So I'm staying on target with these solar flares and these filaments. It definitely looks different to me than when I first started, so that's good. I put the sun lower because the flare's lower because it's drifting upward anyway. Hogarth, I'm sure. Hogarth. Hey, thank you very much. Have a beer on me. Thanks for all the content. I appreciate that. Hogarth. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Let's see. You got me up to $11. All right, my chat revenue. I'm gonna be rich. Thanks, everybody. I'll put it towards new equipment. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hey, AZ Runner. What is the A is Z for? Is it Arizona? I don't know what that is. AZ4 Runner. Randy from Manila. Hello. Do you believe there was another life outside our galaxy? Oh, sure. Sure. But I read an interesting Arizona. Gotcha. But I read an article that maybe humans are the ancient ancestors of the universe because the universe is so young still. Maybe we'll be looked upon as the real ancient ancestors. Who knows? Hare Krishna. Thanks for joining, everyone. I'm still imaging the sun, and I started at around, when did I start? Let's see, I started imaging around 1:14, and it's going on, in 10 minutes, it'll be about an hour of capturing data. So that's good. I'll have an hour's worth of data. And this is what my setup looks outside. Pretty soon I'll be bumping up against that power line, and that'll be a good time to quit. My whole image will get darker because this power line is really thick and is really close to the scope. No, I don't read scripture myself. One day you'll buy a telescope. Okay, that's good. Can someone go back to the beginning of this live stream and see how these flares looked? I'm sure it looks very different, this area, than what I'm capturing now. I hope it's different. It'll be better for the time lapse. You've been following me ever since you found my channel. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Taruna. I'm sorry if I butchered your name there. No problem. Bleach with cereal. Sounds yummy. Thank you very much. There's a little bit different. Oh, that doesn't sound too promising if it's just a little bit different. Watching from India. A bit different at the beginning. Well, my time lapse might not reveal too much then, if it's just a little bit different. You're new to this channel, welcome aboard. I don't pay attention to this. There's a website about space weather. I usually check the sun though before I set up to see if there's anything interesting to capture. I'm offloading my data to my external drive so I don't fill up my main drive. Your crush is hotter than that? Okay. And if you're just joining us, I actually went through an imaging session and for the sun, and this is what the sun looks like today that we just captured. If you just wanted a brief session on how to process the sun in PixelSight, I just did it there. Excuse me, it's only afternoon and I'm yawning. What's wrong with me? I actually have another live session where I did image the sun with a color camera, and it is not worth looking at. The color camera just did not show anywhere near the detail as the mono, so it's really not interesting at all to watch the sun in color. It isn't. Right, should be up all night. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'll never catch up on all my sleep. I don't know about me being an astronomer. I wish I had more knowledge. Cameroon. Hey Sean, have you ever tried solar imaging? We got Sean from the Visible Dark YouTube channel here. I am coming up on 1 hour of imaging. I'm hoping that's going to be enough to get a decent time lapse, but we'll have to see. If it's not, oh well. It was fun. Oh, you've done it a few times. Not your thing. Yeah, I understand. I get a kick out of the sun, but usually when there's more activity than this. And the sun is difficult for people during the day because most people gotta work during the day. Yeah, right, deep sky. I usually don't do the sun if I did deep sky the night before. That's just too much astrophotography for me. But it's been cloudy the past couple of nights, so I didn't mind bringing the setup out tonight. Yeah, that's funny. I find deep sky easier too, and people always ask me, how come you can get such a clear picture of deep sky, but you can't get such a clear picture of these nearby planets? I get that question all the time. These planets, they're tiny, they rotate. It's a whole different ballgame for planets and the sun. Pakistan. Hello, Pakistan. One of these days we're going to see a message, hello from Afghanistan. I wonder if that will ever happen. That's one country I've never seen on here. Oh, I've never seen North Korea either. No North Korea. Thanks, Sean. India, of course. I'm not touching the focus right now, and the sun actually looks about as good focus-wise that I've seen the whole session. It's very calm right now, not too jiggly. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks very calm right now. The picture looks really good, very steady. But I want to show you guys one thing. Let me stop this. I do want to show you what's above the rim. Watch this. If I overexpose it, you see all that? Lots of activity in this area going on above the rim. Isn't that cool? That's plasma being tossed around above the rim. Let's go back. Yeah. The plasma is usually so faint, that's why you have to overexpose it to see it. I'm definitely on the 1 hour mark of capturing data, so that's good. I've got enough data already to play with, and I got my flats already captured. And pretty soon I'm going to be bumping up against that power line. You can see the sun right there from our perspective is already encroaching on it. But my scope still seems to be free of it. I'm seeing a little loop here now. Do you see that loop with the filament? I don't think I saw that loop before. These are filaments, if that's what your spots. These are filaments, so probably plasma rising above the surface of the sun there. Oh, the sun's getting a little bit jiggly again. The flares are definitely not as bright as they were before. You're right. So maybe this is a good time to... That's actually very good, though. If the activity... I could have sworn I just saw a bird flying by. Did you see that? I see birds flying back and forth. But that's good if the activity is dying down. Then it's better for the time lapse if you have activity and then no activity. Something changed. So I'll probably capture a few more of that. Then I'll probably stop. Then we'll just go for a quick tour of what else is on the sun, and then I'll probably wrap it up. How long has this session been going for? Does anybody know? I got to rip one, but I'm afraid it's going to be too loud. I'm holding it. I could unplug the microphone. Hour and 17 minutes, okay. Sorry about that. I couldn't. I had to let it go. That was today's entertainment. I don't know if it came through on the mic. My microphone doesn't have a mute. Solar fart. Hey, we're adults here, right? Who cares? It's human. It did. I feel better, though. Hello. I'll probably lose a few subscribers after that one. Oh, you're not an adult? Okay. I had eggs and orange juice for breakfast, and I had hot dogs and a pop for lunch. And some candy. That's why I'm putting on so much weight. Yeah, I gained some. Yeah, right. That would be nice. I'm closing in on 150,000 subscribers. You know what? I think I have enough data, so I'm going to stop this. I want to just, I think I've got enough data to play with now. Definitely an hour's worth. Let's cruise around the sun before I close up shop here. Because there is some other stuff going on with the sun. So let's start. Let me show you what else is going on. All the way on the other side. Let's go. Because there's definitely some sunspots somewhere around here. I saw them. Okay, well here's an active area. There's something going on right there. That looks like a cluster of sunspots all along here. A couple more here. Do you see that? And let's see, but I think I definitely captured the most interesting area. Let's go down here. Or let's go back up. Let's see if there's anything above here. No. See, I was definitely capturing the most interesting area. Yeah, the rest of the sun looks pretty calm, actually. Not much else going on there. Alright, guys. I think I got enough data to play with. Thanks for watching me while I was imaging. And this is one of the pictures I captured and processed while you were online. I want to thank everyone for joining, but I think I've got enough here, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully I've got some good data to play with. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. I had fun. No problem. Thanks for joining. It's always fun to let people join in while I'm imaging. See you later.